You fools! You fools! You thought you knew me. You thought you understood the goblin. You thought this brain was predictable. You were wrong. You were fools! What we're going to talk about here today is the fact that One Piece has been recommended to me avidly by people for quite some time. And they've been doing it with the expectation that I'd hate it. People are recommending me One Piece and they're going, yeah, he'll read it, it'll be fun, but he's going to give it a negative review. Hold up, I need to shift my camera up like a tiny bit. Just a little higher. I think that's better. Well, I'm here to tell you, unironically, not as a joke, I enjoyed this. And even the people who were saying, like, Daniel's gonna like it, were saying he's gonna have to get to, like, chapter 15 to start liking it. No, I started liking it chapter 1. So, on you, One Piece is a lot of fun. You don't know me at all. You don't know my brain. I'm still a mystery, even to my diehard fans.
My mind is an enigma, a hellscape of unpredictability that
causes me a lot of anxiety. But anyway, I just wanted to get into that and say, no, I actually liked One Piece pretty much right away. Of course, I have criticisms, but overall, I had a good time here. But I'm also going to get into one more thing before I get in the official review. Then we're going to pay some bills, then we're getting to the full-on review. But the other thing I want to touch on, why is the show so much different than the book? I also watched like the first few episodes of the show just to like have a little bit of a comparison of what was going on. And I think the start to the book is pretty solid. You understand Luffy right away, motivations are established, the world is built. Like I actually thought this was a really solid start. Like great, yeah, really good to springboard off from. The show instead is like, okay, we could like, make it so Luffy's understood, give him like some depth of character. We could do what the book does. Or what if he jumps out of a bucket? The show starts with a pirate raid, and then Luffy just pops out of a barrel and is like, I'm here. Let's start the One Piecing. What the hell was that? I actually didn't dislike the show. I actually thought the show was quite fine and amusing as well. Even his meeting Zoro early on and getting all that. Yeah, I thought it was fine. I think I preferred the book, but I just really want to know what happened in the writer's room where they were reading the first few yes, there's a good establishment here. We understand all of this. And then one guy was like, what if he popped out of a bucket? Anyway, quickly, a word from today's sponsor, then we'll get into the review of One Piece. Stay on there, God. And this video is brought to you by CuriosityStream. CuriosityStream is the streaming service that brings smart TV into your smart TV or phone or tablet or any device with an internet capabilities at this point, let's be honest. Thousands of online documentaries could be available for you for $15 a year. That's right, not a month, $15 a year, and you get award-winning programming picked by experts in curated collections. It's magnifique. And these aren't awards that are just made to give to themselves, which by the way, car companies do all the time. Every time you hear oh, they won this award for best in, they just make that up. No, these are genuine awards CuriosityStream has won for their original programming. Let's say you're in the mood for some documentaries about, dead people. You can definitely find that under their history selections, and CuriosityStream absolutely is worth checking out today. Go ahead and use code GREENE when you click the link in the description down below, and you can get started today. All right, I want to talk about what works for One Piece just off the back on face value and why I actually enjoyed this, and I get why a lot of people think I wouldn't. So one of my big issues with anime or manga up to this point is the extremely inconsistent tone, especially in things like Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. Often dramatic moments are undercut by extremely juvenile humor, just over-the-top animations, zany things happening in moments where it just doesn't feel right. And that, for me, as someone who really likes to get immersed in a story and feel the tension, has just been cancerous to my enjoyment of this medium and genre. But the advantage that One Piece has is it's kind of just whimsical and wonderful to its core. So this humor that it does have sliding in, which is similar to a lot of others, fits a lot better for me. It doesn't feel as jarring. And I think the overall cohesive vision works, and it ties into the world and characters left and right. If you look at other animes that have these animations, one of the examples I watched a lot growing up was Rurouni Kenshin. I didn't like that there was this person who's suffering from PTSD. He was such a horrible person in this war, and he's trying to recover from that. he would have these dramatic moments and then undercut it with like stuff that like, 8-year-olds would find amusing because it's colorful and overexpressive. But I'm not trying to write off like the anime genres or mediums or be offensive by calling it juvenile. It's jokes that I get you have to kind of get used to. It's something that's just like comes with the territory, and I think a lot of people do like it and a lot of people just kind of tolerate it. But for One Piece, it felt natural. It just felt like this is a part of what One Piece is, so even if I didn't find it funny, which I often didn't, it wasn't distracting. The goofiness and charm here is just palpable in every panel. And that actually, let's just lead in right into talking about characters, because even the more serious characters like Zoro have elements about them that are like enjoyably fun. Like it's constantly about having fun, enjoyment, just being something that you cannot like have to think too hard about. Not saying it's shallow, but like One Piece is just candy in a way. And I can always appreciate that because, as I've said a gajillion times here on the channel, I appreciate concepts executed well. Luffy is such an enjoyable protagonist because like he's an idiot, but like in a good way. Like Luffy does not care about logic or reason or physics. He's just going to be what Luffy is. He almost feels like a force of nature to me as these first couple chapters have gone on. When he is approaching a situation where there's going to be conflict, you just know it's going to be over the top. It's going to be ridiculous because that's what he is. And I'm always going to like that. It felt Discworldian to me in a way. It didn't have some of the more nuanced angles that Discworld does, but I could see One Piece getting that down the road. I'm not saying it's incapable of reaching kind of a more nuanced commentary angle. Don't know if it's going to get there. But the absurdism, I love absurdism. And as I said, with like characters who are more serious than Luffy, let's talk about Zoro, a fan favorite. Again, there's just elements that are like, that's just fun. Like the guy puts a sword in his mouth and he's like, this is how I fight. And I'm like, I can buy it. In this world, I can buy it. I'm too early on to know who's going to stick around for the full 1,000 chapter journey. I did like Nami, I forget the character, whatever the character's name was. I don't know why I actually really struggle with characters' names here, but I enjoyed them. Very good body for Luffy to bounce off of. Everyone just bounce off of. That was not intentional, but everyone kind of feels like something for Luffy to work with. And like, that's just very pleasant in a way. It's just like enjoying this bizarre, stretchy, weird guy emotionally and literally interacting with people who are normaler than him, but not normal. And let's just talk about the world. What an adventurous, fun time. One of my I've actually really wanted to see like a good pirate set adventure fantasy story for a long time. I did not think this would be the thing to scratch that itch. But it did. It's like full-on pirate adventure, 100% to its core. And that's a good time, especially with this tone. I mean, it's not a historically accurate representation of pirates because, duh. but I do find it curious how well those two elements blend when I wouldn't have called that. Like, to me, I always thought like Pirates of the Caribbean would be about as whimsical and weird as you can get with pirates because to their core, pirates in real life were horrific, right? Like they were literal, like top of the line criminals who did terrible, terrible things to people, depending on the pirate. And I didn't think something that's like this vibe would fit, but it does because it just goes all in. Like there's no reservation of like, we need to maintain a certain line of realism. Nuh-uh. You're gonna have just balls to the wall, wacky, wild time. And hey, an adventure setting where everyone's kind of an outlaw and there's just no real structure, it fits, man. I don't know why, but when I kept talking to one of my friends about One Piece, he goes, what is this? Because he's not into anime at all. I was like, it feels like to me the pirate adventure of a lifetime. And it's a very specific praise that I had to explain a lot. Yeah, One Piece is the pirate adventure of a lifetime, at least from these first 3 chapters that I just found endearing. Like I'm endeared to One Piece, and I do absolutely plan on keep reading it. I would have never, if you had pitched me Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, Attack on Titan, One Piece, and the other ones I've tried and put down, and just on face value, which one you thought I'd like most, One Piece would have been in last place. I would have been like, no way, that's the one that's gonna work for me. But it takes my favorite anime so far, manga, on a manga spot so far. It's my favorite. So yeah, that is my review of One Piece. And hey, I need to give it a rating, and I'm going to give One Piece a very solid, proud 8 out of 10. And it's kind of being knocked down because I'm a little still uncertain. I only read the first 3 chapters, which is like a story-ish, but it's by no means like a full arc. So I need to wait to see how much further I get in to bump it up or down. Can it sustain this positivity for me, or will it kind of start to crumble? I don't know, but we'll see, as I will definitely be having more One Piece reviews in the future. You guys, you memed this into existence, and it's happening. I'm just gonna buckle up and get ready for wherever the hell Luffy takes me. Like and subscribe if you have not already. Hit the Patreon if you want to support what I do here. And have a good one, y'all. Peace.